yet, so it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. On my way to go to the immigration office. Woke up at 2 something, so I got like 3 hours of sleep. Today's gonna be a rough day. Oh, look at that, we can do a little meta camera thing in the mirror. There you go, less confusing. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I had to hurry up and leave just so I can get in line at 5, even though the place doesn't start till 10. But this is the guarantee that we can get in and get seen. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of waiting around. Okay, back at the Berlin Wall Memorial. Just spent the whole day over at the visa office, immigration office, to get the documents. And I was the first one to get the visa all set up. And then now I've got this whole issue of trying to figure out if I can stay in the country after my visa expires. Like if I could just leave the Shenzhen and come back, if that's cool. So still more questions, but I'm here till the end of June without problem, which, you know, one wait. We're here to observe, you know, people, places, things, whatever, for the next 15 minutes. And so I think, yeah, I think we'll just do a little bit of a tour around here. And I'll just, you know, sort of videotape as I go around. Hey.
I see two girls here.
Yeah, getting some tight close-ups, you know. Ooh, sexy.
Ooh,
yeah.
sexy.
We got a church next to where the other church fell or was torn down, and then we got the church bells here, you know, caged away. Kind of interesting. And then just over here, we've got the foundation of the old church that they built the wall on top of. Those are pretty much untouched. And this is like a barley field. They got one here and they got one on the other side. It looks like, you know, just planted it not too long ago, so ain't gonna be harvesting time, or I guess maybe it's just harvested. Who knows? Got a little placard over here, talks about how it's an art installation that if you can, oh, sorry, not barley, rye. If you can grow something here where, you know, things were divided, then perhaps there's hope. They got a bunch of houses, weirdly part of the monument, but not part of the monument. Another common theme are these little steel tracks that outline where these buildings used to be, that used to be butted up against the wall, and then they were torn down. So through, you know, I guess studying the foundations or whatever, the little pictures, they sort of recreate the space they took up in the area. And then I'm not sure what this path is. Like, it's a path that goes through these houses, so is this something else? Or is this like a path to take it to it? This whole memorial is kind of a weird thing. You know, it's part memorial, part park. You know, people come over here, they got their dog, and you know, it's so kind of bizarre how you treat. You know, is it a sacred space? Is it a space where you think about stuff, contemplative? But, you know, you can just come here and sit down, have a beer, hang out. You got tours. But then you also got sexy Instagram photos. So, you know, it's just such a weird spot. You know, this path here, right, I think about, you know, it's not a natural path. This is a path that they put giant steel steps in. So, was it designed to be a path to take you through? Was it designed to replicate something that once was? Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. Okay, just had a second half or the end half of the day. Had a really lovely meal. We had our praxis group sit down. Sada hosted us at her apartment, and we had dal, the Indian food, and yeah, it was really great. Talked about, like, I think some people were dreading that it was going to be just dry, talking about the homework, about the readings. But really, we went beyond that. It was talking about our perspectives, our philosophies, the things we care about. It's not just the dead people whose works we've read, but like, what influences our art, what's important to us, what we're fighting against or what we're fighting to, what we're struggling with. And so it was a really lovely evening, really great. No anger, but there's a lot of frustration or just trying to put things into words. I'm still on like 2.5 hours of sleep, but it was good. I'm happy that we didn't cancel and that we came together. So trying to get back to where I got on this morning. I've got a small niggling fear that I did not lock my bike properly. So that's in the back of my mind. But I'm just going to hope on a wish that everything's fine and that I wasn't a bonehead this morning. So here's hoping.